Yeah, this is the welcome to Dallas for who was that? Caleb Martin and Anthony Davis and Mr. Max. Um, this is my new favorite team. Definitely because I'm in Texas. Just like this is my new favorite team. Them and the San Antonio Spurs. They got um, Fox and all of them now. So it's like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So let's see what they talking about. Got a little, got a little, got a little, Watch this move. This is some jerk chicken and cabbage. Look at the thing. Looking like sweet baby Ray's. Ooh. Come on, man. What we doing?
Out for the press conference to introduce Caleb Martin, Max Christie, and Anthony Davis. And thanks to everyone who is watching on the Mavs YouTube channel, on Mavs TV, Mavs.com, and all over the world. We really appreciate it. It's important whenever you acquire new players to give fans a chance to meet those individuals. And we're going to do a little bit of that today. I'm going to introduce these guys here in just a second, and then we'll give everyone here a chance to ask questions. The comms team will take over at that point, and then at the end, we'll do a photo op with everybody holding up their jerseys and smiling really big for the camera. So that's our plan for today. So without further ado, let's get started. One thing that I've learned in 26 years of doing play-by-play for the Mavs is that players are not the type to talk about their own accolades and their own accomplishments, but that's something that I'm very used to doing, so we'll do that as an introduction for each one of those guys. Starting with, first of all, Caleb Martin, who is 29 years old from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Caleb can come on out right now. There we go. Here's Caleb. Caleb went to high school at Oak Hill Academy, which has produced more NBA players by far than any other high school in America.
Genius, right?
He went to college with his twin brother Cody at North Carolina State and at Nevada. And after transferring to Nevada, was the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year as a junior in the 2017-18 season. After going undrafted in 2019, Caleb signed on along with his twin brother Cody with the Charlotte Hornets. He played in Charlotte for 2 seasons, then went on to Miami for the 2021 through 20 Chicagoland area from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Went to high school in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Was a McDonald's All-American in high school at Rolling Meadows High School. And was
he already started playing.
Not only a McDonald's All-American, but selected to play in the Nike Hoop Summit and the Jordan Brand Classic as well. And was a 5-star recruit, a top 20 recruit in the nation. Max went to Michigan State in the Big Ten, the best conference in America, and he had a chance to play 1 year at Michigan State for Tom Izzo and was an all Big Ten freshman. Was drafted 35th in the 2022 draft, and out of all second-round picks, he's third in minutes played and fourth in points scored from the second rounders in 2022. His time with the Lakers included 154 games played. He started 25 of those games this year and comes from a basketball family as well. His dad played college basketball at Parkland College in Champaign, Illinois, and at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. His mom played at Northwestern, and his brother Cam played at Minnesota and is with the Los Angeles Clippers right now. And he's already played 2 games with the Mavs. Usually when you do a press conference, you haven't played any games with the team yet, but he's already played 2 games with Dallas and scored 15 points in both games, made 4 threes the other night in Philly, and tied his career high with 9 rebounds in that game in Philadelphia as well. And then last is Anthony Davis. Anthony is 31 years old, of course, from Chicago, Illinois. Was a McDonald's All-American at Perspectives Charter School in Chicago, and was the consensus #1 recruit in the nation. After being a McDonald's All-American and such in 2011, he went to Kentucky for 1 year. While at Kentucky for 1 season, AD was the NCAA Player of the Year, the SEC Male Athlete of the Year,
team right here, baby.
the National Association of Basketball Coaches Defensive Player of the Year, the Most Outstanding Player of the Final Four, and of course, a national champion at Kentucky. He was drafted first in 2012, and that started a 13-year career, first with New Orleans, and then, of course, with the Lakers before coming to Dallas. And in those 13 seasons, the accolades for Anthony include a 10-time All-Star, an NBA champion, a 5-time All-NBA team selection, a 5-time All-Defensive team selection, Also has led the league in block shots 3 times, something recognizes him. Listen, getting a chance to start playing with the Mavericks.
I mean, I feel good. You know, things happen, you know, quickly, change real quickly, but I think I'm supposed to be here. I think things happen for a reason. Just watching the guys the other night, the style of play I think is there. I think the fit is there. I think the effort, and I think we got some really good pieces, and I'm excited to play.
Thanks, Caleb. Max, as I said during the introduction, it's unique whenever a team makes a trade and you start playing games before you get to do your introductory press conference with everyone. But that is the case. You've had a chance to play 2 games, a big win last night in Boston. How have you felt adjusting to your new teammates, and what's it been like getting out of the floor and competing with those guys this week?
Yeah, it's been fun. Caleb kind of said it. It's kind of cool. Obviously, the transition is fast, but you know we got a good win in Boston last night. And for me, just trying to come in and fit in seamlessly, just play with a lot of effort and intensity. The style of play that we have is very free-flowing and very easy to kind of integrate to. So I'm looking forward to continuing to get my feet wet with the system and get used to the concepts and win some more games.
AD, you've had a chance to join your new teammates on the road. I know that you haven't had a chance to play in a game, but you've been in shoot-around and practices, interacting with a lot of individuals that you're familiar with: Jason Kidd, Jared Dudley, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, etc. So you know a lot of these guys. You've been there. You've experienced getting introduced to the team, that is, in Philadelphia, and seeing the win last night in Boston. What's been your experience and your vibe out on the road so far as you get ready to play your first game?
Yeah, the vibes are high. Energy is great. I like our team. I like the way the guys are playing. Obviously, it was a big win last night in Boston. Had the game in Philly as well. But I'm excited. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to add value to this team. Obviously, adding, you know, Max and Caleb, you know, with they already have here. Gonna be an exciting season for us.
All right, thanks AD, thanks Max, thanks Caleb, and you guys can take it over for questions, and we'll help out from that regard. Thanks, appreciate it.
Come on, here's some good questions.
Hey D, Tim McMahon with ESPN. First, are you good to go tomorrow, and any limitations there?
Yeah, I'm gonna play tomorrow.
You know, listen, follow what I just read off your resume, like, when you went to New Orleans, you're the #1 overall pick. It's a celebration in the city. You go to LA, they pulled off this blockbuster deal that they've been trying to do, a huge celebration. This is different because of who they gave up to get you. You know, this is frankly a heartbroken fan base.
Look at
what is that like for you to kind of walk in
Who they give up?
to that situation?
I'm a champion.
What do you anticipate in terms of kind of the response?
I understand it. I mean, obviously it's a business, and I get, you know, who Luka was to this franchise, to this city. I'm never, you know, going to downplay that. Just how, you know, I know what I meant to the city of LA. So I'm not, you know, surprised by, you know, the fans' reaction and the city's reaction, but it's my job to come in, play basketball, and do what I'm supposed to do, you know, and give the fans hope and you know, reassurance on why, you know, Nico brought me here. So I don't know how, you know, tomorrow's going to be as far as, you know, the reaction, but you know, I can't control that. What I can control is go out and just winning basketball games and helping the team do whatever I can. But at the end of the day,
You've been around LeBron.
you know, I'm going to, you know, get a city, you know, get them life back. You know, obviously it's a tough transition. It was a shock, you know, to all. But like I said, my job is to come in and play basketball and win basketball games.
Over here, Dwayne Price.
Good announcement.
DwaynePriceMath.com, right here. AD, what was your first reaction to the trade? And this has been a big week, obviously Super Bowl week, and it's kind of like the whole NBA took over this week and all that. Just your reaction to that, and what ways do you see you can help this team win the NBA title?
I think my reaction was just like everyone else's. You know, I was shocked. But, you know, you can't, you know, stay in that state of emotion for a long time. You know, I have to come here and help this team win. I think defensively I can add value to a great defensive team already with Gaff and, you know, when Live come back and PJ, you know, X, you know, all like Max and Caleb, you know, so I think we can be a pretty good defensive team, and then offensively just complement what they already have. You know, they have guys who can shoot the basketball, guys with live threats. Obviously, we know what Kyrie's able to do. And then just watching the guys play over the past couple games, really learning more about the guys that I probably didn't watch as much and learning how important they are to this team. So I'm excited to get going tomorrow and to see what we're able to do.
Who the hell they play?
Mike Curtis, Dallas Morning News, right here. Obviously in Los Angeles, they ran a lot of the offense through you. Just based on your conversations with Jason Kidd and Nico, what are some of the plans offensively and how different your role will be from how it was in Los Angeles?
They're taking some of the same concepts that I had in LA and bringing it over. We talked about it in the shoot-arounds I've been part of and the one practice that I've been a part of. So we're not going to change too much, but we are adding things to kind of get me in the same position that I was in LA.
Christian Clark with The Athletic. Just wondering how you're feeling with the hip injury and, when, just an idea of when you could be back on the court.
Feeling a lot better. I feel like I'm progressing
Rockets.
really well. Just still taking it day by day, but I'm assuming that I'm come back fairly quickly. I'm just just trying to stay focused on the rehab and like I said, just take it day by day. But definitely seeing progress and definitely heading in the right direction.
Any questions for Max?
We'll get to Max in a second. Kevin Gray back here on this for AD. AD, for you, what was the vision that Nico Harrison had for you coming to this team and how he saw you as the centerpiece of this deal to be able to help this team move forward with the skill set that you bring and how that will be incorporated moving forward here?
I think he said in his press conference about defense and winning championships, and obviously I'm a defensive-minded guy, and like I said, I think adding what I'm able to do defensively, whether it's in pick and roll, on the post and the perimeter, whatever the case may be, I can add value to this team and help the guys who's already great defensively, and also help the guys who maybe struggle. So, bringing that defensive energy, that defensive mindset, to this team. And I think, that's what we are going to lay our hats on. You can't control the ball going in every single night, but you can control your energy and effort on the defensive end. So that's what I'm going to try and do. That's what I want to instill into the guys. And, hopefully that let us, carry to win some games.
Like that.
Richard Solomon, reporter for WFA News ABC. This is a question for all y'all. But, we talked a lot about basketball, but I want to ask y'all, mentally as men, how do you prepare just to uproot your families like that in an abrupt trade? None of you were expecting that. We weren't expecting this. AD, you're one of the best players in the world, like we just heard. But just how are you guys doing mentally with this abrupt change being here?
For me, I've been traded twice now, but the first time I asked for a trade, so I was already mentally prepared for it. And it was in the summertime. Now, this was a little different. I was shocked at first and mentally just all over the place. I didn't believe it, actually, at first. I'm pretty sure nobody did. But when I was headed on a plane to Dallas, that's when it kind of this is really happening. And then I think the days after, the physical and stuff, you still kind of just, in the fog. But when I was able to get around the team the first time in Philly, I was fine. I think the game of basketball allows me and probably everyone else to kind of be in a safe place and kind of get away from everything. I know anytime I'm going through anything, I can go to the gym or anything with basketball kind of just brings me back to center and brings me back to peace. So I know tomorrow I'll be on the floor. When that ball's tipped up for the opening tip, I'll be fine. But I think mentally now, just being around the guys and having a chance to be on the court a couple days and, hanging out with the guys, laughing and joking, I'm in a great place.
Noah Weber from Cuban back here. This was a question over here. This was a question for both AD and Max. One thing, about 12 hours after the trade, Nico said that both of y'all are going to be guys that add to the culture here in Dallas. From what you've understood so far about the organization, what is Mavericks culture and how do y'all plan to add to that?
Yeah, playing in my first 2 games so far with the Mavs, the culture is very, everybody's super together. Everybody's communicating with each other really well. Everybody kind of takes care of each other, and I've noticed that too for me, kind of coming in as the new guy. Everybody's kind of just corralling around me and trying to make me feel comfortable. So I appreciate that a lot about the organization, about the team. So it feels like a big family for sure, and I think that's important. For any organization that's trying to win, at a high level, being able to have everybody on the same page. And I feel that as the new guy coming in, they've been able to welcome me with open arms. And I feel a lot more comfortable, obviously, after these first 2 games, getting those out the way, kind of getting to know the guys, know the coaching staff better, and all the staff that work here. So it's a one big family, and something that I really appreciate from the organization so far.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback on what Max said, what he said was great, but also adding to that is the competitive spirit that guys have. I know Jay Kidd is a competitive. Obviously, Nico's competitive. Like, all these guys on the team are competitors, and having that mindset to come out and compete every night. I love to play the game, compete every night, and leave it all on the floor. So play to exhaustion, right? And like I said, being able to see these guys up close and personal on the bench, I've seen that out of every guy, and guys have each other backs, and guys are supportive. Guys, it can be a simple layup, and guys are standing up clapping. Like guys are genuinely happy for the next guy. So it's gonna be fun.
Stevie,
I think they want to
question for Max and AD. I'd love to get your thoughts as well. Obviously, a lot of people didn't know as much about you, and I know you were drained after your first game in a quick shoot around, and you played so well, and then you come back out against Boston and do it again. Is this what you hope to bring to the table every night? And AD, is this what we can expect from Max?
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, my biggest goal is just contributing energy and effort to the game on both ends of the floor. Obviously, just trying to knock down open shots and be aggressive when it's my time, when I'm open. But I think for me, defensively is where I can really hang my hat on, especially for this team. You got AD and Kai, guys that can really score. So for me to get on the floor and be able to contribute at a high level, I can be able to guard the best defender and just kind of cause havoc on that end of the floor. So, like you said, I'm going to play hard every single night, and I'm going to be tired after every single game. But that's the goal. That's how you win basketball games. You play at a high level with a lot of effort.
Right? If he can play defense, right? Like, I haven't really seen much of his clips and stuff like that, but, I know he's a hell of a scorer, and he can get a bucket, and he play, I've seen clips where he played, a little, I haven't seen him check Jaylen Brown, nothing like that. But him playing defense, and then you got Marshall, too, he played defense, but AD dropping 40, and then him dropping 15 clutch threes, you got Clay dropping buckets, and then you got Lively, you got Gafford, you got Kyrie dropping 25. That team is 100% better than a team where you just had Kyrie and Luka, and Lively dropping 5, and Gafford dropping 3, and BJ Washington attempting to try to score 15. And you had, who was the other guy? The Dunker, I can't think of his name. But even him, he wasn't giving you much. He give you 10. But you got Kyrie and Luka. I mean, you got Kyrie. This will give you 15, 20 for sure. If you need a bucket, he can give you a bucket. You got Clay, he can give you 40. And you got AD, he can give you 50. And you got him, he can give you a couple of little buckets. And you got other players that I don't really know much about off top of the hand. But you take Luka away, you add defense, and you add more points. Him and AD together is better than Luka as one player, if that makes sense. So this trade is, come on now, great.
And a lot of intensity, and hoping to contribute that way.
I think, what we've seen from Max the past couple games is, it's nothing surprising to me.
They beat Boston.
I've seen him grow, and
they beat Boston without AD, and I think clearly not Caleb, and no Lively, and I think one other person. Come on now, come on.
Work on his game tirelessly over the past 3 years when I've been with him. So, he takes on challenges. He's very coachable. We had many times where I screamed at him and yelled at him. And the first couple of years, it was like, oh, I can't curse, but you know what I'm going to say. But he's been very receptive to, us trying to help him learn, especially since we've been in the game for a long time. So, but what he's able to do defensively, he takes on the challenge of guarding the other team's best perimeter player, and he's making those shots, making big plays, get to the basket, can pass. There's really no hole in his game, but he's always in the gym getting better. So, everything that I've seen the past 3 years and what you guys seen the past couple games, that's what you can expect from Max.
Probably
Harris,
excited. I gotta go to one of their
AD,
games.
you've obviously played the 4 and the 5 in your career. What's it about playing the 4 alongside another big?
San Antonio playing Austin, not Dallas.
Opens up your game.
I just think, since I've been in the league, that's just been my natural position. I have no problem playing a 5. I just think playing a 5 over, an extended period of time, an 82-game season is just wear and tear on your body. Obviously, I've done enough to, sustain to playing a 5, but, having guys like Gaff and Live, I just think, it's going to be scary, for opposing teams on the defensive end, offensively. And I just look back on my career, every time, every season in New Orleans, I had a 5 next to me. Obviously, we've seen what, I was able to do with me and DeMarcus, and then, my first year in LA with 2 bigs, and obviously win that championship. But I just feel like I can unlock my game a little bit more at the 4.
And when Nico makes a trade like this, you've obviously had a lot of people in your career believe in you. But when he makes a trade of this magnitude, what's it mean to you? How does it make you feel that he believed in you this much?
It means a lot. Like I said, before, obviously I understand what who Luka is and what he's able to do and what he's already done for our game. He's a phenomenal player. Gonna be one of the best to ever play the game of basketball. But to have Nico trade for me just shows his belief in what I can do on the floor, and it's my job to produce every night and have Mav Nation believe that as well. So I'm excited for the challenge.
Good afternoon, Valencia King with Real Talk Sports to your left. Thank you and welcome to Dallas. Thank you for your time today. My question is for all of you. So I know the game of basketball will come first and foremost, obviously, but I also know that you guys are dedicated to be involved in the communities that you've played in. So when the time comes, how much are you looking forward to getting integrated into the city of Dallas?
I'm looking forward to it tremendously. That's one of the first things I talked about with the Maverick staff when I got here. I just kind of rebooted my foundation and kind of, redefined it. So I'm excited to kind of bring that here. And I've been hearing great things about, Dallas and how it's a family-oriented city. And so I'm excited, obviously my family's here, and I'm excited to kind of get out into the community and do as much as I can.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off that, I'm not super familiar with the Dallas area. I've never really lived here and been here, but obviously that I'm here now, I'm looking forward to kind of getting integrated into the community, kind of learning more about the city, the community, the suburbs, everything, all around that. So I'm looking forward to kind of just integrating myself into this whole, Dallas culture that we got going here. So, like AD said, I've heard great things as well about this city, about the community, and I'm looking forward to kind of getting myself into that as well.
Yeah, same pretty much. I mean, I feel like, when you got a couple of new faces, I think it's important to put yourself out there and kind of let the fans and the community know who you are more than just basketball players. So I think that'll say a lot and, shed a even better light as much as we can. And obviously through a lot of transition with the community, between the organization and the city, obviously with trades and everything. So I think it's important for us to get back when we can and like I said, just put ourselves out there.
Dorothy Gentry with iMessage Media. This question is for you, AD. Off the court, talk a little bit about foul play and your funny side and your opportunity to kind of show your humorous side. And
I don't want to hear about that. I think they're going to win a championship, and that's my belief. I think they're going to win this one, and I think they're going to win one next year. I think they're going to go with the 2-peat. And that's just my belief. Like, they made it all the way to the Western Conference Final, or they made it all the way to the championship last year. There's no, I don't think you can tell me that them getting AD and Max. Caleb is cool when he good when he ain't goddamn hurt. You can't tell me that they can't win. I don't care. I don't care what you say. But that's all I have. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think. Am I wrong? Am I right? You know, I know I'm right. So peace and love. Love and peace.